One of the distressing things that has occurred in the honest disagreement and debate around how we work on the problem of sexual assault in the military is a narrative that has developed, unfortunately, that somehow this is about whose side you're taking, the victims or the commanders. I want to try to clarify that that is not an accurate description of discussions and the policy changes that are being debated. Rather, this is an honest disagreement over which reforms will better protect the victims and which reforms will result in more prosecutions. I hope I have time to get back to some of the additional work we want to do. You all are aware of the body of work that Senator Gillibrand and I together have accomplished in this bill, along with the help of a lot of others, including the chairman, that are going to remove commanders from in any way having authority to change the outcome of a military trial. And you're aware of the fact that all victims, like the Air Force has role modeled, are going to have their own lawyers. I won't go through all the changes we've done. The chairman and I continue to work on ways that we can hold the commanders accountable. And if I get time to get back to that, I would like you to give now or later your specific recommendations on how we can hold commanders accountable for this important problem that they have to get after. On the two problems that we're all trying to get at, and that's retaliation and reporting. I know you all are aware that all of our allies that have removed commanders entirely from this decision have not seen an increase in reporting. None of them have. And so we know that is not the key, just doing that in terms of increasing reporting. And we know that they do not have to report to the commanders now, and they certainly won't over the reforms that are embedded in the NDAA that is going to be debated on the floor. But retaliation is one I would like you to address. And any of you, and if you've had experience as a JAG, and Secretary Wright, as you've had experience as a commander, I'm trying to assess if a victim is going back into a unit. When is the likelihood of retaliation higher? When a JAG lawyer a half a continent away has signed off on pursuing charges, or when the commander of that unit has signed off in terms of pursuing charges? Which would create an environment that would be more likely for there to be retaliation?
Sort of the core, I think, of your question is we have to instill more confidence in members of the force, that if they are victimized, we want them to come forward.
Correct.
We want them to report. All reports are good, but unrestricted reports are better because then follow-up can occur.
We have given victims the choice of expressing that they would prefer the charges to be done in the civilian system. Once again, giving the victim more power, empowering the victim so they do not feel like that they are being swept up in a system that nothing's going to happen and they have no control over. That also is part of our reform that I think is essential.